Hi, welcome to Lesson 24. We're continuing our discussion of the Options menu in the Pivot Table Options area. So we'll click here, and today we're going to cover the Display tab. The first one is easy. The Show, Expand, Collapse buttons here will make these minus buttons that are expanded disappear. To me, the easier way to get there is to choose this button up here and turn them on and off that way, but you can also do it in the display menu. Let me show you what a contextual tooltip is. If you click here and kind of hover, what it will say is sum of allowed and the value that's in the cell. If I kind of move out of the way, I can't move out of the way and still show it to you. It shows you the row and the column. So wherever you hover over, it's showing you the detail of that cell for the row and the column and what the value is. If that bothers you and you don't want those, you can turn them off right there and they're gone. Display field captions and filter drop down. See this row labels area here and that drop down? If you want to get rid of those, you can hide them. Now, the only time I think I'd hide them is if I was preparing to print, I'd got all the filtering done I wanted to, and I didn't need them anymore, because now when you go to filter, they're not there and you can't click and get them back. So I typically leave that checked. Classic pivot table layout. For those of you that have been using pivot tables in 2003 and prior versions, I've got this checked because I'm used to it. Sometimes I will move fields here in the 2007 area. If that box is checked, you can also move fields here. And let's see if it's going to be easier to see if we do it here. Now you can see where insurance is because we've got it in a different format. And now you can see I can move insurance up here and back. If you check this, if you clear the check on this box, now there's no moving, dragging things up or down. You've got to do your adjustments here. If you're used to 2007, you can leave it unchecked and it's no big deal. If you like being able to drag from this left side of the screen, not have to come over to the right and move it around, you can always turn it off. I leave it on and then do it both ways, whatever's most convenient. Last thing in pivot table options, let me drag this over here so you can see. Pivot table field list right now is sorted in data source order, which means date is the first column in my data, then build, then insurance, then write-off, then allowed. If you want to sort A to Z, now it sorts that way. So if you have a big long list, or if it makes more sense to you, you may always want to do A to Z. If the data is in a specific order, you're used to that order, and you're comfortable with it, you can always put it in the order of the columns the way the data is stored. Date, build, insurance, write-off, allowed. Date, build, insurance, write-off, allowed. Those are the options in the display menu. A lot of them are just simple things, but occasionally having that classic pivot table is very helpful if you use 2003. And others just make life a little easier with the sorting and the contextual tooltips. I hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching.